Hello guys, I'm Stella Ramadana. In this video, I will review about Evil Dead Rise movie. So, Evil Dead Rise comes with a story that feels very simple. As you know guys, this film only tells of a family that experiences terror from a demon who possesses someone and terrorizes a family. And stories like this have actually been picked up by quite a number of horror films so that they seem cliched. And I will explain the details, so enjoy the video.
So guys, the opening scene begins with the terror experience by three people while enjoying a vacation at a lake and a cabin. Through this opening scene, the director Lee Cronin has shown body parts to the point of blood spurting. Also through this scene, it feels like the audience can already imagine what surprises await them in the next duration. It's just that Evil Dead Rise managed to present a number of elements that make it feel like a classic horror films released in the 1980s. This film is not just horror films that sells horror through jump scare, but also from gore elements to moments of irony with a comedic feel. This classic horror element also works perfectly in this modern era without any trendy nuances. So, it's not surprising that this film managed to give a feeling of satisfaction after watching it, because it was scared to the folds. In addition, with a duration of only 1.5 hours, this film has a very perfect pacing or pace of storytelling because it's not too fast or too slow. As a result, Evil Dead Rise seems to be a love letter for horror film lovers in 2023. Most of the scenes use close-up camera angles, which are probably intended to make the gore moments feel more painful and disgusting. In addition, this close-up angle also makes the audience even more uncomfortable when showing Ellie so close. Meanwhile, the successful sounding score makes the audience heart flutter throughout the horrific scenes. Instead of a cabin in the middle of the woods, the horror scene is now in an apartment in the city. The characters that fill the story are no longer a gang of teenagers, but a family. Family is not just any family. In their introduction scene, as we can see, the title mom is soldering something. The first brother is making music from a gramophone record. The crew cut brother is making a poster for an environmental demo, and the little brother is cutting the doll heads off. This is a badass family. They don't have a father figure. What they had was an aunt who worked as a guitar technician for a band. Do you know who is the aunt, guys? So, is the main character of the story. The aunt actually appeared at their apartment door at night to inform the mother, her older sibling whom she had not contacted for a long time, that she would abort the child she was carrying. Their little reunion unfortunately could not last long, because as soon as the recording of the Book of the Dead spell that was found under the apartment played, The cold and lonely dwelling would turn red and be full of screams. The mother would possess and become a deadite, attacking his own children. Beth had to get her nephews out of there. The story turns to Beth, a musical instruments technician who is following a band's tour schedule. Beth is in a state of panic after finding out that she is pregnant. In this situation, Beth also contacts her older sister, Ellie, whom she had not contacted for a long time because of her busy schedule. Ellie lived in an old apartment with her three children, Danny, Bridget, and Casey. Having to be able to tell her problem, Beth visits her brother and three nephews. Beth's arrival was then a pleasant surprise, especially for her three nephews. These three siblings have an age difference that is not much different, with different characters. Where Danny is rebellious and curious, Bridget is full of sympathy and critical, while the youngest Casey has an innocent character. Evil Dead Rise tells the story of a single mother named Ellie who lives with her three children, Bridget, Danny, and Casey. They live in an apartment in Los Angeles on the top floor. One day, an earthquake occurred in their apartment. When the disaster happened, his children were in the parking lot. The basement floor became hollow due to the earthquake shaking. Suddenly, Danny finds the Necronomicon book in a hidden room. Meanwhile, Bridget, his sister, immediately warned Danny to put the item down. However, Danny did not hear Bridget's order. He instead opened the mysterious book while playing a song from a gramophone record. Not long after, the book Necronomicon brought a disaster that threatened the lives of their three children, including the mother. Her mother was possessed by an evil spirit, and the book opened by itself with a loud, stifling sound. The sound was from a vinyl record played by Danny, and it turned out that the voice was a demon summoner. The demon immediately came to the apartment where Danny and his family live. The film Evil Dead Rise has provided an idea of what horror will be presented through the trailer and teaser at the beginning of the film. Even though it's horror, not too many jump scares are presented. Lee Cronin prioritized the horror that Beth and her three nieces faced when they had to fight against the demons in Ellie's body. From steps to gunshot color, this 1.5-hour-long film, the emotions and tensions of the audience seems to be being taken on a roller coaster because the intensity of the horrors goes up and down. There are times when terror is present in a silent form, then tension in the form of a brutal demonic attack returns. There are also several scenes that cause laughter, so that can be a bit of a tension release. Alright guys, that's all review Evil Dead Rise from me. Hope you enjoy it.